Joining us on the phone lines here, iconic Canadian comic, founding member of Kids in the Hall, Mr. Scott Thompson, who is actually playing live here in Muskoka at Peter's Players in Gravenhurst this Saturday night. Up close and personal comedy experience put on by the Cottage Country Comedy Festival. Hi, Scott.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, Mike?
I'm not bad at all. It's all good. So I have Kitch here, who does the
Hi.
morning show with me, and Tyler Morrison from Cottage
Hello,
Comedy.
Tyler. How are you doing?
Hey, good, thanks. How are you, Scott?
Very good. Very good.
Hey, Scott, so we're really excited about having you up in Muskoka. I know a lot of people are talking about the show and stuff, and we had met out in Winnipeg at the festival there. So I guess what people want to know is what can they expect from a Scott Thompson show?
This is going to be this is definitely different than anything I've done before in that it's all stand-up. So there will be no characters. I mean, I might have I have a character. I have monologues that I have prepared if there's if they have for an encore or whatever. But this is pretty much pure stand-up. I mean, a lot of storytelling in that. But I've developed the whole show from stand-up. So that's basically what they can expect.
Scott, have you ever been to Muskoka?
Oh God, yes.
Okay. So what are
I'm
your
from North Bay originally, so
Oh.
I know Northern Ontario quite well.
There you go. So what are your thoughts? What are you excited to come to Muskoka? What are your thoughts coming here and talking to the residents here?
Well, it's weird to go to Muskoka and work. That's what I find weird. Like I'm not going up there to relax. I wish I was up there for longer because it's so beautiful up there. But I just hope that they're. It's a pretty raunchy show. That's what it's pretty dirty.
Keep the kids at home.
Everyone tells me that the most liberal, crazy people in the world are in Gravenhurst. So
That's a true story.
that's what I've heard. That they're the wildest, bed-hopping, libertine people in the country. So I'm very excited about them getting this show because it's a dirty show. But it's
Awesome.
about three things basically. The three things I talk about a lot are race, sex, and cancer. Three, yeah, the big three.
Quite the trio there. Yeah, leave the kids at home, I
That's
think.
the comedy trifecta.
Yeah,
That's it right there. Now, Scott, what sort of projects do you have in the works right now?
Oh, right now I'm writing a second graphic novel, the second book in a trilogy that I have planned called The Hollow Planet, and it's the adventures of Danny Husk, one of my characters. And I'm doing, as you know, stand-up. I'm getting ready a one-man show that I will hopefully be touring in the fall. I just had my third short film play at the World Short Film Festival here in Toronto, and it won first prize at the LA Short Film Festival 2 weeks ago, called The Immigrant. I also I'm working on a second season of Fruit Blog, which is my web series, which just got nominated for a Canadian Comedy Award.
Well, that's huge. Congrats, man.
Yeah, well, it's ridiculous because if you've seen this show, you realize that it's obviously the end of the world, that if that got nominated, then we're done. The quickening has begun.
Scott, you do a lot. How do you keep up with everything?
I just, the last few years, I've been through I have had a very rough couple of years, and I had cancer, and I beat it. I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And when I got better enough to start performing again and get my career restarted, I decided that I would do things differently. I would just make things and not complain and not worry about being cast and not whine about anything and just make things. And I realized that the making is the fun part.
Did going through cancer and dealing with all that affect your comedy on stage?
Yes, I think it has. People think, like I say to people now, like I had 29 side effects and 28 were horrible and one was fantastic and that one is, now I don't give a shit. And people say to me, but you never gave a shit. But that's not really true. I just gave the appearance that I didn't give a shit. And I know this is radio and I don't give a crap. It's the idea that doesn't mean that I don't care about what I'm doing. It's I don't really worry about the reaction to it. That's what I don't care about.
And that really brings a fearlessness to the stage, right? Like it kind of transcends comedy when you see someone who's just letting it go, you know? Like that takes you to another level.
Yes. I just had to basically get my courage back and go, well, I'm probably going to be misunderstood in this phase 2. But the difference is I'm not going to fret about it. And I actually kind of welcome it. Can't wait to do battle with those kinds of watchdogs. I'm sick of them.
That's perfect.
And I'm dying to do it. I'm dying to get in the ring and go, really? Let's hash it out. Let's do it. Let's do this.
For sure.
You know, I'm really ready for round 2.
Well, round 2's coming up in a big way, man. Because like what I saw, with your stand up in Winnipeg, you're really laying it out on the line, and it's something that other people aren't talking about, the things that you're talking about in the way that you are. So it's.
Thank you. This is Tyler, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, because honestly, I felt the same way about you. I thought your set was just brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
Really brilliant. But it's true. Like I do a lot of like racial, like sort of like fake racial fear-mongering, and I find that kind of fun. Like, because white people are so easy to whip up into a racial frenzy because they can't talk about race.
Yeah.
And so they just get into knots over it. And honestly, the idea that a white person can't talk about race is so racist.
Well, it plays with the tension, right?
White people should get over themselves.
That's awesome.
And realize that they're going to be a minority in about 2 weeks.
Wow.
Maybe not in Gravenhurst, but that's about a month away.
Oh, man. Well, we're extremely excited to have you coming here to Muskoka.
Me too.
Now, Scott, how can people keep track of everything that you're doing? You have a personal website?
It's called New Scotland, so it's www.newscotland with 2 T's.com. And they can follow me on Twitter, my fruit blog, and that's www.fruitblog.blogspot.com. And I have a YouTube channel called Scott Thompson Videos. So I got a lot of things out there.
You're all over the interweb.
And
Yes.
the podcast, right? Scott Free.
Oh, God, I always forget that. And this is the terrible thing, because Jeff Goods, who's producing this little mini tour, produces my podcast, and I always forget to mention it. I'm not good at this kind of stuff.
Marketing.
But yes, it's called Scott Free, and I'm very proud of it, and it's scottfreepodcast.com.
Perfect.
Right on.
Live at Peter's Players in Gravenhurst this Saturday night. Iconic Canadian comic, founding member of Kids in the Hall, Scott Thompson. It's been an honor having you on the morning show here today.
Thank you so much.